In 2 days from now, I will be delivering the State of the Nation address in Parliament to report back to the people of South Africa on what we have done and what we have not succeeded in doing over the past year. We will also talk frankly about how we should chart a new course for the year ahead. We can be proud of our achievements in entrenching the democracy that Nelson Mandela led us so ably to install, but yet there is much we can be less proud of. Millions of our people continue to live in poverty. Millions of our people, especially young people, are unemployed. The divide between the haves and the have-nots continues to widen. We must intensify our efforts to make good on the promise made by Madiba and his generation of leaders to bring a better life to our people, especially young people who have come out in their numbers today and who, despite our many challenges, see this country as a place of promise and opportunity. Madiba advocated the empowerment of young people and the empowerment of women in all respects. Their role in decision-making, not only in his party, the ANC, but in government, in society, and in business. Far away in Johannesburg, the flame of democracy burns outside the doors of the Constitutional Court. It was first lit on the 10th of December 2011 by President Mandela to mark the signing of the Constitution. It is a testament to our democracy and our Constitution. It was you, President Motlanthe, who said at the time, "This light symbolizes our inner strength. Let us pass it to future generations." To the youth of South Africa, I say to you today, it is in your honor that the eternal flame of democracy burns at Constitution Hill. It is you and the generations yet to come that we will do everything we can to live up to the example that was set by men and women like President Mandela, who put their countrymen and women before self. Let us, as the custodians of the memory of Madiba, continue to ensure that his name evokes unity of purpose, rejuvenates new patriotism amongst us. Let us be forever mindful that we are not a mere collection of communities that happen to share common space, but a nation that is guided by a vision. Let us all commit to creating an environment that fosters the unity of the people of South Africa. Let us contribute our skills, our knowledge, our expertise to improve the living condition of our people and dispense with the mentality that it is better to be at home, unemployed, than to go out there and try to be of service in our communities. Let us also promote a culture of learning, of teaching, and service, and be more involved in the process of getting educated, but also getting our children educated as parents and not leave it only to our teachers. Let's strengthen our schooling and healthcare service and cease with the senseless and criminal act of vandalizing hospitals, clinics, schools, trains, in some misguided form of service delivery protest. Let us build clean and safe communities and protect the rights of women and children, and not think gender-based violence is somebody else's problem. Let us work together to root out crime and corruption in both the public and private sectors and strengthen the rule of law in our country. Let us not solicit or pay bribes or engage in corrupt acts as citizens and report criminality when we see it. Let us develop new industries to generate employment opportunities and not as business sit on our capital and fail to invest it back into the community. Let's restore credibility to our democratic state institutions and support them so that the public sees them as defenders and protectors of our constitutional order. And let us ensure that land reform process becomes a reality in our country and that the land is returned to the rightful owners of the land of South Africa. If we truly work together, we can grow South Africa and make it a better place. Let us, in Tata Madiba's words, seize this moment of such great symbolism to set our sights firmly on the path of renewing and healing this great nation, so that, in Tata Madiba's words, the process towards democracy is rapid and interrupted. And I say, as we remember Madiba on this day, 30 years after his release, let us all, each one of us, try to live in his image. Let us try to ensure that the vision that he had is fulfilled as all of us as South Africans work together to achieve the South Africa that we all want. A South Africa that is democratic, non-racial, non-sexist, and prosperous, so that the prosperity can be shared amongst all of us as set out in the Freedom Charter. Let us celebrate today as we remember this man who's standing next to me and thank him for all the work that he did to bring us where we are. Thank you, Ngiyabulela.